What's up, guys? Welcome back. So today I'm just going to make a quick video on this week's future pairs for Forex trading. These are the pairs that I'm going to be looking out for, just to kind of journal some of the pairs that I did some analysis on and what I'm going to be looking forward to trading during this week in February. So I believe it's the second week of February. Let me just check. Yeah, it's going to be the second full week of February, kind of like the third week of February. This is going to be from February 12th to February 16th. And these are the pairs that I'm going to be looking for, so let's get into it. All right, guys, so this is my first and favorite pair for this week. This is NZD CAD, and there's a few things that I want to go over for this pair. So first off, we have weekly bullish market structure, right? We created this weekly double bottom. We started rallying upwards. We created some areas of interest. We have this kind of move, creating the bullish movement for the weekly. Coming back, retesting area of interest. It's bouncing off. On the daily, we have very similar, where we were very, very bearish, and then we converted into bullish market structure. And we did this by a reverse head and shoulders pattern. It's super, super clear. We could see it, just super basic. We're coming down, creating the left shoulder, the head, creating the right shoulder, and then up. And we could even see it's a stronger head and shoulders pattern, simply because the right shoulder is closing above the left shoulder. And that's a good indication that it's a stronger head and shoulders. Doesn't mean it's guaranteed. Just means it's a little bit more probable that the market will head in the direction that it's creating the market structure and the reversal pattern in. So we broke above it very strong, which is great. We could have gotten in maybe down here, but it wasn't on my pair for last week, so I wasn't even looking at this pair. But we created our head and shoulders structure. We broke above a lot of these highs, which is great. And now this week we can already see it's starting to trend back down. So on the 4-hour time frame, we're simply just waiting for price to come down back into our area of interest. It's going to be hopefully touching these tops. That's when we will look for our shift of structure, or rejecting hopefully their 4-hour EMA as well. Like by the time this reaches here, this EMA will also reach around the same area, so that'll be very nice as well. We'll look for our engulfing candle, and that's pretty much it. So NZD CAD is going to be my huge main pair for this week that I'm going to be looking into. Just going to be very patient, waiting for a proper setup. Next up, we have Euro JPY. And I just want to say one quick thing. All the JPY pairs are very, very bullish over the past like 2-3 years. We can see that it's just like nonstop rallying upwards since 2022. It was a little bit more stagnant, a little bit more sideways movement on the weekly. But ever since 2022 started, we've been just booming in the bullish direction. So very strong bullish confluences on the huge weekly and monthly time frame. On the daily time frame, we created a double bottom, This double bottom, again, I wasn't looking at Euro JPY last week, but you could have potentially gotten in here if you had an area interest, but I didn't. I don't really need these areas of interest anymore because we're no longer there. We're only up here. So yeah, we have 2 areas of interest. I have these 3 tops, 1, 2, 3, maybe even 4 up here. We created our double bottom. We broke above it, coming back, waiting for the retest of our market structure. This can maybe even move up to here, and we're going to be targeting this new high that was created. So yeah, very strong on the 4-hour. Really nothing new. It's also a head and shoulders on the 4-hour. We can see it right here, right? But this 4-hour and head and shoulders combination, pretty good indication. The 4 hours head and shoulder and the daily double bottom are good confirmations, and they're both going to be very strong areas of interest. And this should also somewhat line up with our EMA. Let's see. 4-hour. It'll line up more likely with our daily EMA by the time it reaches here. So this might take 2-3 days, might even wait until Wednesday, Thursday night. This might be just a 1-2 day trade. This might be like a Wednesday, Thursday trade. and try to hold it for maybe a day or two. But if we get a very strong movement like this, like this bullish run, like if we can kind of like repeat that at this area of interest, it's not always right, but we could even see it here, like this, somewhat matching the same distance on that bullish run. Then we could potentially even reach for maybe these highs, or kind of just trail our stop losses and see where it leads. So that's the goal for Euro JPY, and then it's very similar with CAD JPY. CAD JPY I did unfortunately miss last week. It was on my watch list, but I was more focused on GBP USD, so I didn't trade this one. But there was a very strong 4-hour reverse head and shoulders, and a lot of people using the set and forget strategy entered like around here, I believe, like somewhere around here. Maybe put stops here, maybe hitting a 1 to 1.5, or if they were trying to like really go at it, 1 to 3, 3.5, something like that. But that doesn't mean we can't catch any future opportunity. So daily, we are obviously super bullish now. We're breaking above a lot of these highs, which is amazing. Because if it broke above here, it'd be good to look for buys again at the area of interest, but you would have to be careful with these tops, because it could just like touch the tops here and then decide to go bearish. That's what I would have been looking for, but that didn't happen. We broke above all these highs as well, and we're touching this high, which if I'm not mistaken was from, I think I marked it up back here just to have it. Let me just check real quick. Yeah, it was just kind of like a area of interest from a long time ago. When is this? 2007 on the daily. Yeah, we had a lot of closures here. Support, resistance, resistance again. So yeah, that was just like a stronger AOI that I wanted to make sure I kept an eye on, and it did perfectly reject it, right? We had it marked up, came up. If we did get in, we likely would have hit something like this, or I would have tried to hit something like this. And, you just put it at your area of interest and you wait for it to hit your TP. Would have hit a nice 1 to 2, maybe 1 to 3, but that doesn't mean we can't hit future opportunities. So this week, gonna simply be waiting for this to come back, retesting our AOI. This will be a nice, even stronger probable trade, simply because if it does reach our area of interest, it's also going to be retesting really strong market structure, more of like a breakout retest. So whenever there's like a breakout of, let's say, a trend line, right, and prices going like this, you'll always see it kind of break out first, retest the trend line, and then go up. And that's the same thing with support and resistances when they're breaking out. So like say we have a resistance, right, you'll always kind of see it like, consolidate. It'll break out, retest this bottom area, and then go up again, or maybe even go up higher. So currently the market is at here, right? We broke above it, which means it does have good potential for coming back, retesting this market structure, retesting our area of interest, and then we go long again. So that's what I'm going to be looking for this week. I do have a few other pairs here: USD JPY, AUD CAD, GBP USD, AUD USD. Those are also somewhat on my watch list, but not as strong. These are kind of the three main priority ones. So I don't think there's really anything in depth for these that I'll go into. But yeah, simply again, the JPY pairs are very, very similar to each other. A lot of them are bullish. So that's why it's always nice. Recently, I've been having a JPY pair always on my watch list, since it's kind of like free money. It's like all, like, for some reason, the Japanese yen is losing a lot of strength. So they all the charts are going blue. So waiting for this one to go bullish. Again, retesting market structure, area of interest. This might hit our daily EMA as well, potentially 4-hour. Yeah, this might hit our 4-hour EMA, and we'll wait for longs on those. AUD CAD. AUD CAD is kind of nice, but it's not as nice simply because we don't have that much recent previous market structure, and our risk to reward ratio would be really small. Like I I personally would like to put my stop here, right? But that would end up making it a really long trade, unless we get something like this, right? Like these moves are like harder to catch because you're catching three really big bearish candlesticks, and three in a row, four in a row, like this one too. They're not as likely as just catching maybe one or two big candlestick. Like even this one, like we were able to get a nice bullish profit on this trade, but you know it was mainly this one candlestick that brought us all the way to take profit. So I'd rather have a trade that I'm holding for only maybe 1 or 2 days. I don't really like to hold trades longer than like 3 or 4 days because that means I would have to place it early on in the week, before closing it out, before the week ends. And I really don't like holding trades over the weekend either. So if I'm placing a trade on Thursday, it's usually going to be closed out way before market closes. Just trying to catch as much value and just restart for the new week. But yeah, so that's why we're retesting market structure here. Maybe have our stops here, but it's just a little bit more risky. So that's why I don't have it too high up. GBP USD, similar, can have good potential here. Just waiting for market structure to develop on the lower time frames and see if we can hit a, let's see, maybe something like this. Excuse me. Yeah, so maybe hit something like this. And this will be really nice too. See, this is a stronger area for our stops, simply because our stop loss is now above 5 daily upper wicks. You know, that makes it a lot stronger than just having 1, 2 upper wicks with very recent previous market structure above it. So that's why, like, maybe this one would be up a little bit more. Like, I'd be looking out for GBP USD, to have my stops above here, maybe enter around here if market structure looks okay. Because remember, we did kind of break very deep in, and then we're rejecting it, kind of these lower prices. So we just have to be careful, be cautious. I'm still gonna only focus on those. Let's see, AUD USD. What am I looking for here? Bearish, potentially. A little confusing. Bearish. Yeah, I think this one I was looking for potential bearish movements, but this one's still very weak, so I might even just take this one out of my watch list. Because there was a double bottom that was created, and we also used this area of interest already as a resistance, so it's not as strong anymore. So yeah, probably not even a focus. And also there's a lot of news for USD. So that's why USD JPY is not as strong for me, just because there's a lot of news with USD as well. So that's why I'm not really watching any of those pairs this week. But I believe that's pretty much it. NZD CAD top pair for this week. Let's see how it goes. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. And I'm just going to post some more videos of this, just maybe once a week or every other week, just kind of showing some of my analysis on the market and seeing what I am planning to trade for the week. Just so I can keep it as like a journal, and also other people can review it to maybe learn a thing or two, or just see how I'm trading if they want to see my strategy. Well, it's not really my strategy. It's Alex G's set and forget strategy, but it's the strategy I'm using. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Peace.